Hey guys, what's up? This is Kelly. I hope everything is going well for you. Happy New Year. Once again, let's make 2010 a fantastic year. Alright? So, another thing I would like to do, I would like to thank all of the people who has subscribed to my channel on YouTube. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's a new expression that you can use. When you say thank you from the bottom of your heart, that means thank you very, very much. I cannot thank you enough. Okay? So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Today, we are going to go over the pronunciation of simple past verbs, but the regular ones, not the irregular ones. The verbs that you have to add ed at the end, okay? So the regular verbs. So today, we're not even going to worry about irregular verbs with the simple past. Let's first focus on regular verbs in the simple past form, okay? So, let's begin. Now, we have verbs that have voiced endings, voiceless endings, and verbs that end with T or D, okay? Let's first begin with verbs that have voiced endings. So these are verbs that end with the sound of L, L, V, V, N, N, M, M, R, B, B, V, V, G, G, W, W, Z, Z. Alright? These are all voiced endings. So we're going to talk about verbs that have voiced endings. Okay? Now, verbs that have voiced endings, you have to pretend that the ED is just a D. So you're going to pronounce the ED like this, duh. So let's use an example. Let's use the verb call, okay? Now call is spelled C-A-L-L, call. Yeah, do you hear the L? It's a voiced ending, call. I'm using my voice to produce a sound, L. Alright? Now let's put this verb in the simple past, okay? Let's put this verb in the simple past. How do we do this? We're going to add an ED at the end. So the verb is now called. Called. Now, I know what you want to do. You want to pronounce it the way that it's written, but you can't. You can't pronounce this verb called. No. Called? No. Non si fa. It doesn't go. Non si va. Excuse me, not non si fa. My Italiano. I'm still working on it, okay? Ancora. Okay, so not called, but called. Okay? So you have to pretend that that ED is a D at the end. Called. Alright? Very good. Now, if you want to see a list of verbs with voiced endings, go to my blog, okay? Go to my blog and practice these verbs, okay? It's very important because if you speak if you pronounce the word the way that it's written, it doesn't go. It just doesn't sound right, okay? So practice these verbs. There's a huge list on my blog, okay? Just check out my description and you can go straight to my blog and practice these verbs, okay? Alright, so let's move on. Let's move on. Now we're going to talk about verbs that have a voiceless ending. A voiceless ending. That's verbs that that doesn't need your voice to produce a sound at the end. So these are verbs like P, K, K, S, S, CH, ch, SH, sh, X. It's not really a sound for X, but like fix, okay? So let's use an example for verbs that have a voiceless ending, and let's put it in the simple past, okay? So let's use the verb ask, okay? Ask. Now, it has a voiceless ending, the K, k, ask, alright? Now, all we have to do now is place an ED at the end of the verb. So, is it asked? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not asked, but it's asked, alright? So, verbs that have a voiceless ending, you have to pretend that the ED is a T. You have to pretend that the ED is a T, okay? So, not asked, asked, alright? Voiceless endings, pretend that the ED is a T, asked, alright? Now, how are you supposed to learn these? Go to my blog. There is a list, and I mean a list, of verbs that have voiceless endings. Alright? You can practice these verbs and pronounce them. There's also the explanation there for you. Okay? Now let's move on. Now let's talk about verbs that have a T, t at the end, or a D, d at the end. Alright? Now, you have to pronounce these verbs like the ED is id. Alright? So verbs that have a t at the end or a d at the end, you have to pretend that the ED is id. ED, id. Okay? So let's use the verb arrest. Arrest. Okay? Let's add an ED at the end of arrest. We have arrested. Arrested. Yeah? We're pretending that the ED is an ID. It's pronounced id. Okay? So, it's very, 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 very important that you are aware of this, of these pronunciation rules. Because when you read, you cannot pronounce these verbs as written, because it just doesn't work. Non si va. It doesn't go. Alright? So, that's the end of the lesson for today. I want to thank you for viewing the lesson, and I want you to go to my blog and practice these verbs. The explanation is there for you. The list is there for you to practice. There's no excuse for you to make this mistake again. Alright? So, this is Kelly, and I hope you have a wonderful day. By the way, if you have any questions, email me. Email me at coolenglishpz@gmail.com, or even a comment in the little comment area. You can do that. Don't worry. I'll respond to you as quickly as I can. Alright? Because I want to help you guys. So thank you guys very much. Have a wonderful day. And ciao for now. Haha.